This leopard attacked this donkey when the hoofed animal was walking along a mountain road. The predatory cat began to strangle the victim, but did not know who it was dealing with. Firstly, the donkey turned out to be stronger than it might seem at first glance. Secondly, instead of panicking, his relative immediately rushed to the defense and attacked the cat, who was stunned by such a rebuff. As a result, the victim of the attack gathered his strength and practically threw the leopard off the slope. The wildebeest is a rather massive ungulate that is a favorite prey for many predators in Africa. Lions, hyenas, and wild dogs often hunt them. In addition, cheetahs and leopards also attack wildebeest when the opportunity arises. Indeed, these ungulates try to avoid direct collision and react to the appearance of a predator by trying to escape. But not all wildebeest are timid. When this ungulate resembles its strength, the carnivore has a hard time. That's exactly what happened in this case right here. At the beginning of the fight, it seemed that the lioness had the full advantage in the situation. A little more and they will overwhelm the antelope, get their fangs to its throat, and strangle it. However, at the last moment before falling to his knees, when only a few seconds remained before the fatal bite, the antelope suddenly discovers the last emergency reserve of energy. She demonstrates incredible strength to the enemy and begins to spin, throwing the lionesses away from her. The antelope suddenly raises one of the hunters by the horns, jerks its head to make the enemy as painful as possible, and open its belly. The lioness does not receive deep wounds, but the predatory cat is shocked by such pressure. The antelope shows off its entire arsenal. Its horns are short but sharp, curved so that the tips stab any target in front of the animal. The base of the horns is a powerful ram, and the antelope's legs are very strong and armed with sharp hooves. Lionesses don't give up. They try to find a slack in the victim's defense, jump on it again, overwhelm, strangle, or inflict critical damage with claws and fangs. However, the ungulate is already on edge and does not stop. With every second of the confrontation, the antelope only increases the pace and strikes one terrible blow after another. She begins to literally trample the lionesses when the predators finally realize that they made a mistake with the choice of prey. This antelope is too strong. The lionesses take a few steps back. The antelope has already believed in itself enough to launch a counteroffensive. She started chasing predatory cats like they were helpless kittens. Something similar happened here, but it doesn't look dramatic, it kinda looks funny. The lioness attacked the wildebeest, which immediately panicked and tried to escape. A predatory cat is chasing a target, and they hide behind the bushes in a cloud of dust. But the antelope suddenly realizes that the lioness is alone, and then the ungulate turns 180 degrees, and a lioness runs out of the bushes, chased by an angry ungulate. A group of wildlife researchers came to the final of the hunt. A mature and large lioness stands over a damaged antelope and squeezes its windpipe. The ungulate is lying on the ground, on its side. It seems that the situation for the herbivorous beast is hopeless. But the antelope makes an incredible effort on himself, and it jumps to his feet right when the lioness is on his neck. A predatory cat needs to be given its due. It does not give up and does everything to overwhelm the enemy. However, the wildebeest demonstrates some kind of steely tenacity and will to live. She fights for every breath of air, tries to trample the lioness, rams her, tries to hit the nearest plants with the cat. The lioness is holding on, but her fangs are slipping out of the most successful and convenient position. The grip weakens, and the antelope can breathe more freely. But this is not a victory just yet. Claws of a predatory cat dig into the scruff of the neck, and she fights furiously and is ready at any moment to take any chance to knock down her prey again and finally finish her off. The antelope does not give her such chances. The ungulate fights back fiercely and does not give up, even when the duel has been going on for so long. As a result, the predator and prey change places. Now the ungulate is on its feet, and the lioness is under it. She still clenches her fangs, but the antelope, even after a terrible fight, even wounded, raises its head with such a heavy load. Finally, the antelope breaks free from the grip, makes a quick strike, and immediately runs away from the lioness. The stunned cat turns around, ready to fight, but the hoofed animal is already far away. Why do you need motivating books about success if you have such a vivid example of the will to win? The predator coped with the first one, but the second one, the cat clearly did not know who it was dealing with. As soon as the ungulate felt the claws of the enemy on its back, it immediately struck a terrible blow with its hind legs. Such a kick threw the light cheetah back, as it had been hit by a battering ram. A few broken ribs are guaranteed. Here, a hyena attacked a family of antelopes almost immediately after the female gave birth to a cub. Almost all ungulates open their eyes soon after birth and can even stand and run. This is their key to survival, because babies are not born in a den like predators, but in an open field. But still, parents are usually lucky to hide the replenishment of the family from carnivorous hunters for the first time until the cub gets stronger. Here, the hyena tracked down the little antelope too early. It could not escape, and the predator pounced on it, knocked it down, and grabbed it by the throat with a terribly strong mouth. But the hyena didn't know who she was dealing with. Both parents decided that they would fight for their baby until the very end. They swooped on the dangerous predator over and over again, hitting it from different sides, ramming it, and stabbing it with their horns. Pay attention to the agility of the antelopes, who fight the hyena with a kind of doomed fury. Apparently, they know that a strong jerk of the predator's head broke their cub's neck. But they still don't calm down, and moreover, they don't run away. Couldn't protect it? Then at least they will take revenge. The hyena will remember this fight for a long time. Even if the antelopes did not cripple her, they damaged her internal organs and probably broke a couple of bones. The Kudu antelope looks like a massive and powerful beast, from which you do not expect such dexterity. Well, the predator was in for a surprise when the ungulate chose the most difficult route, and ran from it directly to a group of nature researchers. This is not an accident and not a panic. The Kudu antelope easily jumped over the hood of the car, did not fall, did not catch, and it seems did not even scratch the beauty. But the pursuer could not repeat this feat, so the ungulate managed to come off well thanks to a desperate maneuver. Speed and maneuverability are not the only weapons of ungulates. The cheetah was able to catch the gazelle, filled it up, and began to strangle it, but the hyena noticed it and rushed to attack. She has recaptured the prey from the spotted cat and has already grabbed the gazelle by the hind leg. Except the cheetah didn't manage to strangle the victim. The gazelle is alive and, on the whole, quite healthy. When the hyena is distracted by the cheetah again, the ungulate takes its chance to escape and escapes from both predators. If the gazelle had twitched when the hyena held its hind leg in its teeth, the predator would certainly have grabbed it tighter, broken a limb, or immediately chewed out its throat. And so, endurance and cunning saved the herbivore. Hyena-like dogs drove the Kudu antelope into the water to a rather great depth and surrounded the ungulate. But there is a problem. The herbivore can stand on its feet even here near the lake, but the dogs have to swim to it. They are not tall enough to stand on the bottom and keep their heads above water. Therefore, predators have to spend their strength to stay on the water. Kudu, of course, took advantage of this. Just look at how calmly the ungulate stands and evaluates the situation. No panic. The Kudu was ready to give an impressive rebuff to his enemies and show a beautiful fight. The male antelope is very closely watching the pack, which attacks from different sides. Even in an uncomfortable position, the dogs remain very dangerous. They are smart, stubborn, and very agile. Therefore, the Kudu allows the opponent to approach him in order to deliver a terrible kick to the head or body at the key moment. So the kudu not only repels the attack, but also tries to deal with the enemies. If the hoof hits the exact head, the dog will collapse unconscious and drown. Predators deftly dodge, but this causes them to waste even more energy and knocks down their rush. The attack just crashed against the relentless and courageous defense of the antelope. When dogs attack from behind, the ungulate leans forward slightly and kicks powerfully, spraying water in all directions so that the dogs do not understand what is happening at all. If predators approach from the front, this is a real gift for the kudu, because the beast can use long and powerful horns. A few blows show the dogs that they have made a mistake in choosing their target. The kudu counterattacks are very dangerous, and at any second, some kind of blow can lead a pack of dogs to losses. This tactic has yielded results. The dogs are giving up. They retreat, and the antelope now has the opportunity to take a breath and relax a little bit. By the way, females are also capable of something similar. Just to look at how the female kudu, even without horns, threatens hyenas in a similar situation. The predators did not expect such a rebuff and accidentally dive into the murky water.